Hello, and welcome back to another powerful session. This is your sales and mindset coach, Bharat Ogirala. Today, I want to talk about one question that almost every salesperson has faced at least once in their career. A question that looks very simple, a question that sounds harmless, yet a question that has rejected many candidates in their interviews. And the question is, sell me this pen. If you have ever faced this question in an interview, you will know the pressure it creates. And if you've not faced it yet, trust me, you will. And in today's video, I'm going to break this down completely. Where this question came from, why interviewers still ask this question, what are they actually testing, why most people fail in answering it correctly, and how should you really answer it. By the end of this video, you will never fear this question again. In fact, you will start enjoying it. So let's start with the history. This question did not start on social media. It did not start on YouTube. And it did not start with motivational speakers. It actually started inside a real sales interview room. Sales driven organizations need a fast way to identify real sales talent. They wanted to separate people who could talk from people who could actually sell. And many years later, popular culture made this question very famous. Movies like The Wolf of Wall Street took it to the global stage. And suddenly, every sales manager, recruiter, and founder adopted this. Why? Because it actually works. You do not need preparation, you do not need product knowledge, and you do not need industry expertise as well. But all you need is sales mindset. And that is exactly what this question exposes. Let me share a fun fact with you. The very first time I was asked, sell me this pen, I was being interviewed for a software sales role. And honestly, my first thought was, why is this person asking me to sell a pen when I'm here to sell software? And inside my head, I was thinking, I'm not applying for a stationary job. I'm here to sell technology. And this question makes no sense at all. But that confusion taught me one of the most important sales lessons of my life. The interviewer was not testing my knowledge of pens. They were actually testing how I think when things do not go as expected. Because in real sales, customers never behave exactly the way you prepare for. They ask unexpected questions, they challenge your logic, and they change the direction suddenly. That's when I realized that pen was never the product, it was the situation. And the real test was simple. Can you stay calm? Can you think clearly? And can you adapt instead of reacting? A few weeks down the lane, I attended another interview, and the question came up again. I actually went in a little prepared this time. So after the interviewer said, sell me this pen, I asked a few questions and I was doing reasonably well. Suddenly, the interviewer smiled and said, okay, now assume that I do not need a pen at all. For half a second, my brain completely froze. Inside my head, I was thinking, sir, then why did you give me this pen in the first place? But that moment, I learned something very powerful. In real sales, customers will often say, I am not interested. I do not need this. Or we are just exploring. They are not always rejecting the product. They are actually testing your confidence and clarity. So instead of arguing, I calmly responded, that's completely fine. May I ask you, what are you currently using and what do you like most about it? And guess what? The interviewer nodded. That is when I truly understood this. Sales is not about forcing need, it is about exploring reality together. And that's exactly what interviewers want to see when they ask you this question. Now, let's understand why this question is still the number one sales interview question even today. This question still rules most sales interviews. This is not a tricky question. It is not meant to embarrass you. It compresses the entire sales cycle into a few minutes. In one answer that you give, the interviewer can analyze how you think under pressure, how do you structure conversations, how you communicate, how you react to uncertainty, and how you lead, not follow. Because your resume cannot show this, and a certificate cannot prove this, and you cannot fake it with memorized answers. This question forces you to sell live. That's why it still remains the most powerful interview question even today. Now, let's talk about why most salespeople fail to answer this question the right way. The moment they hear, sell me this pen, first they panic and then they start pitching. They say things like this pen is smooth, this pen is premium, or this pen is affordable, or this pen writes fast. Let me say this very clearly. The moment you pitch without asking questions, you fail. Selling is not talking. Selling is understanding. And if you don't understand the buyer, your pitch has no direction. Most people do not fail because they cannot sell. They fail because they do not slow down to understand the customer. So let's see what interviewers are really testing when they are asking you this question. Interviewers are silently checking these five things. First, can you ask right questions? Sales is about discovery, not delivery. Second, can you create relevance? Products matter only when they connect to the needs. Third, can you listen? Do you interrupt or do you absorb? Fourth, can you stay calm under pressure? Sales is pressure every single day. Fifth, can you lead the conversation? Salespeople guide conversations, they do not chase them. This question will reveal all of these five things instantly. Now, let's talk about how to handle this question in the right way. Step one, pause. A calm pause shows confidence. Step two, ask permission to ask questions. May I ask you a couple of questions before I sell this pen? Step three, ask discovery questions. For example, how often do you use a pen? What do you use it for? Or what frustrates you about the pen that you're currently using? Step four, identify the real need. Listen to your customer carefully. Step five, position the pen as a solution. Connect the features to their reality. And finally, step six, close gently. Based on what you shared, Mr. Customer, does this pen make sense for you? That is professional selling. Now, let me tell you what interviewers observe silently. While you answer the question, the interviewer watches your body language, your eye contact, your tone, confidence, and thought structure. See, they already know that they will not buy the pen. But what they're doing is they are imagining you with a real customer and they are asking themselves this one question: can I trust this person with my clients? And if their answer is yes, you're hired. So, what can you as a salesperson learn from this question? Every sales call is a sell me this pen moment. In IT and SaaS, your demo is the pen. If you're in consulting, your solution is the pen. And if you're in retail, your recommendation is the pen. Your customers are not waiting to be pitched, they are waiting to be understood. And if you master this mindset, everything changes. Let us do a quick recap. This question is not about the pen. It is about how you think, how you listen, how you adapt, and how you lead the conversations. The best answer is never a pitch. It is always a conversation. Now, I want to ask you, if someone asks you today, sell me this pen, how would you answer it differently? Comment below and share your approach. If you like the video, subscribe for more real world sales lessons. And if you want personal guidance to master interviews, sales conversations, and selling skills, join my free course, Sales Success Blueprint. Link is in the description. I'll see you soon in the next video. Until then, happy selling.